Good day and welcome back to an online tutorial for Circle to Care. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through the quick start presentation setup. Now, it's very important that you've watched the previous tutorials that we've done to show you how to log in via the Circle to Care, either .co.za for local sales or circletocare.com. As well as on the website, we've run through registering as a new user, the use of your coupons, the understanding of the affiliate network and how to make use of your affiliate network and your URLs to connect with people, the importance of having them connect through your actual profile, your commissions, ordering online, what items to select, the importance of completing the medical information disclaimer, and the delivery process. I trust that you found those tutorials to your liking and that you are now at a place where you would like to continue and actually learn more about what it is that Circle to Care and the Institution of Science does in collaboration with our product that is called the Cell Quicken. To start off, I need to explain to you that the Cell Quicken is an energy healing device or an electromagnetic generator. Now, I've done a tutorial to make you understand or aware of the importance of having the correct levels of energy within your body and how we basically sustain the energy not just throughout but within from every atom, cell, organ, system and process, prolonging and ensuring your long-term health and your road to healthiness. Now, I'm going to direct your information back to our website and you'll see we'll go through the quick start setup. Now, after you've been referred or you've received the URL to visit the Circle to Care website, I'm just going to change over to the .co.za. Please bear in mind that the circletocare.co.za and circletocare.com both contain the same information. It is just purely for the purchasing. So as you see, we are at the landing page or the home page, and the first part of the information that we will go through is about taking the easy road to healthiness. Now, you might ask me, what is the easy road to healthiness? Well, the easy road to healthiness, the first section that you'd like to discuss with the person is what are they currently doing to ensure their health, not just in the long run, but specifically in the short term as well. Both of us know that there is a very big difference in acute conditions, colds, flu, migraines, allergies, sinuses, and then we've got more chronic ailments, which would be your high blood pressure, heart problems, maybe even asthma and other related issues like that. Now, the road to healthiness is understanding to take all of these factors into consideration and envisioning yourself moving forward in life. So you'd like to ask the question to the client, what are they currently experiencing in their life, or how would they rate their current state of health? Now, a lot of people will generally tell you, I think I'm healthy, or I seem to be quite healthy. I don't have all of the conditions that my friends and family members may be suffering with, but are they really healthy? And that's where you as a salesperson will have to come in and ask the relevant questions. Now, if you look at our current lifestyle, it's fast, it's instant, and everything has to happen now. It comes to mind that a lot of conditions, especially chronic conditions that arise within not just our society and community, but across the world, are now becoming more and more prevalent, which means that people are suffering from high blood pressure from a much younger age. People are exposed to different foods and chemicals, fat content, sugar in food, so something like diabetes and cholesterol, plaque buildup in your arteries are starting to happen from a fairly young age. Now, someone in their early 30s, maybe mid 40s, might not really understand the long-term effects of these conditions, and they seem quite healthy. Now, the big question to ask is obviously, how old would you like to get? What do you envision your old age to be with? Now, my personal opinion is that a lot of people don't want to become very old. And once you've asked someone that question and you ask them why it is that you feel that you don't want to become old, is most of them will refer back to the fact that, it's you're sick, you constantly need care, maybe friends and family members will visit less often. You might be scared that you become a burden for your children. So The answer to the question is not so much are you healthy, but more how healthy do you see your future? And does your future seem healthy, especially with the current conditions or the current exposures that you have in your life? Now, the second question, again, that you can ask a client is, how old were their parents? If they still have their parents, they might be very blessed with it, but what is their quality of life? What are the daily situations that they go through? Are they really that happy and sustainable at their old age? Currently, I know of people that are forced to go on to retirement or pensions, and a lot of us are quite lucky if we are even able to afford to live in a secure estate or have access to frail care. So when we talk about the road to healthiness, it's painting the picture for someone to not just take their current state of health into consideration, but what is lying ahead of time in the next maybe 10, 15 or 20 years. And you'll see when you refer back to our website, we depict this in our little stickman figure over here. Now, it's a very simple illustration, but it is so true that in early stages of life, you might be exposed to certain conditions, you might not be aware of the severity of them, and eventually you will die because of them. Now, with the Institution of Health Science and the collaboration of the Cell Quicken into your lifestyle, you can drastically change not just your exposure, but the way that you manage and control these ailments happening. So it's a fact of life that you will most probably get sick. You will probably develop some sort of chronic or acute condition. But the question falls back to what type of medical care is available? Do we have sufficient access to medical care? Can we even afford the necessary medical care? And can you afford it today? And will you still be able to afford it in 10 years from now? So what if I asked you the question that, what if I told you that if you invest in a Cell Quicken today, this would be like taking out a life policy that actually starts working for you from today, which means we can drastically change your body's structure, your body's composite, everything from your immunity, your resistibility, your rejuvenation, your repair from damage, and then the prevention for further progression. So if you are currently finding yourself at your mid-40s, maybe 50s, you are aware that a lot of people that you know have come across having a cancer scare, a heart attack, that big cholesterol, diabetes, being overweight, the struggles of balancing life and family, all of these become very stressful. Now, the Circle to Care and the Cell Quicken device is specifically geared towards that, which means we will help you from today to actually start managing your lifestyle so that you can look forward to your retirement. Not even your retirement, you can start looking forward to a life that you've probably stopped living or dreaming about. We can make you a 60-year-old when you are 80. We can give you back your youth. We can give you back the spring in your step. We can give you back the dreams and aspirations that you have maybe already given up on or do not foresee in your future. So that is what the Easy Road to Healthiness is all about. It's taking an in-depth look at your current life, your current lifestyle, possibly your current medical conditions or diagnoses, or even specific diagnoses or conditions that run within your family. Then pulling a parallel line between that and looking at yourself in 20 years from now, taking into consideration what and how you are currently managing should you have any of these ailments. What do you think that picture would look like in 20 years from now? What would be the costs involved? How much more time and effort would it take for you to actually stay healthy? And who are you staying healthy for? Are you just staying healthy for the sake of being healthy, or are you staying healthy because you've got a wife? You might have young kids. You might want to look forward at meeting your grandchildren. So that is the road to healthiness. It's asking that question that nobody wants to ask and saying, are you healthy? Yes or no? If your answer is yes, how sure are you of it? And secondly, how sure are you that you'll be able to sustain and maintain that going forward in life? Are you healthy? And your answer is no, then this is the device for you. This is the device that will start taking you back to the life that you've always wanted. It's a very simple 4-step process. The first step would be that we can assess your current state of health. We take into consideration current diagnoses, concerns, or chronic and acute conditions. Secondly, is we actually start repairing that damage that has either been done, or we prevent the further progression of that. Then we move into a state of total body rejuvenation. And this will involve actually retraining your body to work the way it should or has always intended to work. Now, as soon as you've reached the rejuvenation stage, we then move over on to maintenance. And that's where we can give you that guarantee to tell you that should you invest in a Cell Quicken and make use of the treatment plan as prescribed, that we will keep you healthy, not just for the chronic conditions moving forward in life, but everything that involves day-to-day medication or healthcare as well. Flu and cold, concentration for your kids, sleeplessness, stress, diabetes, rashes, spider bites even. So we are taking away a lot of the additional costs that you might not currently be taking into consideration. How much medication, how many pain tablets, how many antihistamines, how many other types of medications do you actually use in a month or in a year to stay healthy? How long before your medical aid turns around and says, unfortunately, your savings have been depleted, or you get to the pharmacy and you have to pay for all of the medication out of your own pocket? And the question is, the medication that you're using, are they really treating? Are they really healing? Or are they just subduing the symptoms? Are they only making it manageable and bearable for you to get through maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe up until next week, maybe just to get through this year? But again, what does your health picture look like in the next 20 years? And that is what it's all about. It's asking those hard questions that nobody wants to really answer, asking the questions that nobody's been asking. And that is where the Institution of Health Science and a partnership with the Cell Quicken will really benefit you and your family going forward. I'd like to again direct your attention back through to our website and show you the elements that we have available. If you've already completed the previous training sections on how to use the website, how to register, and how to order and purchase, the only bit that's left to do is how to start marketing, how to start connecting with people so that they can understand that there is an alternative available. We've discussed the easy road to healthiness, the understanding that you possibly might have existing conditions in your life and conditions that might still arise going forward. Now, the Cell Quicken takes all of that into consideration. We start addressing those factors before you get run down, beat down, and dragged down in life by these conditions, and inevitably leading to your death. And it might be a sudden death, it might be a prolonged suffering before death. Now, with the introduction of the Cell Quicken, you will be having a much different picture towards other people in the same scenario, age group, or portfolio, that we will start changing your life from today. Now, the Cell Quicken is a very easy to use device. It's no more medication, it's no more invasive treatments, it's literally good quality sleep. That's all that we require for you to do, is have your programs designed by either our medical professionals network or by yourself, as we provide all the product training and the software to do that. Design these treatment programs and start treating yourself today. Take back your own health into your own hands. Now, the question or the next thing that you're going to ask me is, how do I know I'm really going to benefit from it? How would I know that the people that I connect with can really benefit from it? Now, that's why we've got our testimonials. Now, at the top of the page, I've already showed you where the testimonials are available. And we will update these testimonials on a very regular basis, specifically to keep you in touch with the progress. But we've got people that have turned around from having restless leg syndrome for years and years, suffering and unable to sleep, regaining that back. We've got people that have gone or undergone for surgery and medical treatments that have actually put them in a worse position from where they started. Yes, the back is now straighter, or yes, the leg is now complete, but the functionality and the ability to function and move has gone away. And that's where we focus. It's not just on the serious conditions, it's everything in between. Now, who can benefit? We've got a short list here of cancer. We have got amazing results on cancer, chronic pain, back pain and injuries, depression, blood issues, blood pressure, cholesterol, fatty blood in your body. We've got leg and skin ulcers. We've got eczema. We've got acne, cold, flu and fever, something that is quite common in young children and even in adults. Autism, concentration, the ability to study better and work better, and many others. We've got up to almost 7,000 different treatment options available, thus cutting down the necessity and the need to visit your general GP or specialists a lot, making sure that you do not need to go to the pharmacy or the drugstore that often to actually purchase medication for the symptomatic treatment of conditions. Now, the next bit of this quick guide to selling would be the full product presentation video. So the product presentation video is a 15-minute long video, and it is very important that you take the time and watch this video clip. Now, 15 minutes might seem long, but 15 minutes might change the rest of your life. This is the 15 minutes that will ask the questions, will give you the information, and will guide you through the process to show you that there is an alternative available, an alternative that has been proven to be successful, and an alternative that is proven to save you money, an alternative that is safe, non-invasive, with no side effects, an alternative that is especially geared towards your health conditions and your future. I'm going to show you the 15-minute video clip, and I would really like for you to take the time to watch this with me. Now that we've taken the time to watch the Institute of Health Science promotional video available on our website, I think you have a very clear understanding of the scope and the importance of this device in your life. First of all, I'd like to bring some points of interest back into perspective, and first of all, that is the understanding that pharmacies and medication themselves is not really geared towards your specific health needs, but more a generic package to fit everyone's need. How many times have you gone to the doctor with a specific set of symptoms and you leave there and the general consensus was that, oh, there's this specific flu going around or this specific bug in the air, and you basically just get diagnosed with the same illness of the week? How many times have you stood in the queue at the pharmacy and you've received the same set of medication as the person before you? Have you ever asked yourself, is that fair towards you? And then secondly, we are all very aware of the fact that pharmaceutical companies have for many years done various schemes to then either pay off, to build rapport, to actually get doctors to prescribe their medication. The next time you go to your pharmacy, ask the assistant why they gave you that specific medication. I'd be very surprised to see if you can find anyone without a reason telling you the specifics about the product itself instead of just what a rep or a consultant or a doctor has been telling them from the other side. How many of us really even understand the medication that we take? When was the last time that you actually read the pamphlet inside the box? How many times do you actually still get a pamphlet in the box? And when you get the pamphlet, how many of it is understandable? Has anyone ever really taken you through the process of how pain medication works, asthma medication works, maybe even antihistamine? So ask yourself, is medication really geared towards your health, or is it just geared again to subdue a symptom, to get you through the next hour, the next day, or the next week? The second section of the video is then referring back to the fact that we understand that pharmacokinetics and pharmacovigilance have actually opened up a very big field in the pharmacy world. I mean, we've got pharmacies available in our country that are 2 or 3 stories high. They look like a complete shopping center. So first of all, there's medication, and the question about, is medication really geared towards your health? Have you ever taken into consideration how they actually work? And secondly, how good are they actually, geared towards your health, and are they really good for your future health? What are they really ensuring for you to achieve? Then secondly, we all know about alternative medicine. Do we really? Does anyone ever talk about an alternative medicine? How many of us have heard of this or that, or even trying that? How many devices do you own in your own house that you've purchased at one or other time for the need to change your life, to improve your health? So my question to you today is not so much do you believe in what we can do, but how many times have you come to a point where you realize that there must be a different alternative? There should be a different way to manage and treat this. Going back and forth from the doctor to the pharmacy to the specialist in the hospital for the same condition, same set of symptoms, and nobody seems to give you the correct diagnoses. Even if they do get the diagnoses correct, you are stuck with this condition for the next 10, 20 years. Someone tells you that, sorry, you cannot recover from this. Now, if your body could move into a state of illness, don't you feel that your body should be able to reverse? I don't see that something can change in your body that it would be so permanent that it would be unable to go back. Unless you've physically removed that section of your body, it should be able to regain full function, rejuvenation, and maintenance. So ask yourself the question, when you think about alternative medicine, what do you really understand under medicine? The next question would be, how easy would it be for you to actually go back and turn back the clock 5, maybe 10 years? How much different would your life be if I could tell you that it was illness and disease free? Well, I don't need to tell you or ask you the question. I can actually show you that the alternative is there. The science behind what we do has been going for many, many years. Dr. Raymond Rife's technology has been in use for over 100 years. It's only recently, with the advances in electromagnetic therapy, engineering, computers, and science, that we've been able to take back and actually package all of this information in one easy to use device. Have you ever asked yourself that question about, couldn't I just have one pill to fix everything? Or isn't there just one solution to all of my problems? Well, the answer is right here. The solution is the Cell Quicken. The Cell Quicken is geared towards having you doing one thing only, and that is making use of the therapy. Sleeping, working, watching TV, going on holiday, doing what you are already doing in your life. Incorporating the Cell Quicken in it with no side effects, with no worries about how this can affect my long-term life, no organ damage, no drowsiness, no adverse side effects, not going back and forth to the doctor for a new type of this or a new type of that because your body's built resistance or the effectiveness of the medication is worn off. We've got a treatment device with almost 7,000 different treatment options available. If you are unhealthy, if you are sick, if you do have chronic illnesses, that's no problem. That is our speciality. We will work with you to put you back on that road to healthiness. We will get you back to the life that you deserve to live. Now, the last question would be is, can you see your life being different? Can you? What would you do differently if you had full health? What activities would you maybe take up again? What difference would it make in your current relationship with your children, with friends, with extended family, with your grandchildren? How much different would your retirement look like? Would you be able to go on holidays more often? Would you be able to enjoy walks, pets, and other activities again? So if you can see that your life is currently going round and round with medication and diagnoses and doctor's visits that are really not promoting or promising a healing cure or even the possibility of a cure, if that's where you are now, can you see your life being different? Can you envision that person? If you can envision that, it tells me that you really want it. So the big question I've got again to ask for you is, what would you do to have complete state of health? What would you do to have peace of mind? How much different would you feel about life? How many different opportunities will present themselves? So it's not so much about how we work and what we do, but it's about how would you like to change your life? The science has been done. The studies have proven it. There is an alternative out there. The question is, when will you make the change? Now, to make the change is quite easy. If you'd like to do this, continue on to the store. As soon as you've reached there, purchase your Cell Quicken. As soon as it's delivered, you will receive your Cell Quicken with the full training, DVDs and software to get you started. The device comes with a 10-year guarantee, which means for the next 10 years, you can start cutting down on unnecessary medical costs. When was the last time your medical aid lasted you the whole year? When was the last time that you were able to actually make use of your medical aid to purchase the medication that the doctors have paid? How many times in a year should you or would you like to go and see a specialist, but refrain from doing so because your medical aid cannot afford it? What if I tell you that you no longer need to depend on having to go to a doctor to understand your health? What if I tell you you no longer have to worry about how long and how far my medical aid will take me this year? What if I tell you that your medical aid can just be an insurance policy for the big what ifs, hospitalization, but you do not need to be dependent on day-to-day benefits from your medical aid any longer? We treat acute conditions, we recover and rejuvenate you from chronic conditions, and we put you back in the state of health that you deserve. If you've got any other questions in regards to our product or our training, please feel free to contact us via the support line. Alternatively, take that first step to healthcare, purchase the Cell Quicken, and see what we can do for you.